come on in the room. But I just wanted to come on really quickly as I'm waiting for people to come into the Dispute Panda room and just remind you guys like let me put this down. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Let me know if my mic sounds nice. Check one. Y'all remember that? My mic sounds nice. Check two. I need to figure out how to make this thing. Y'all just gonna have a little ceiling action on today, okay? So yeah, so Dispute Panda Pro Night is about to start. If you guys are watching this live, go ahead and drop live. If you guys are watching this on replay, comment replay. It is my pleasure to go ahead and answer any comments that you guys have in the comment section. But I wanted to come on really quickly and just really talk about that we made it through a week. Tomorrow's Friday. We've made some good choices. We've made some bad choices. Hopefully, we've learned from either one of them. And I'm super duper excited for what's happening next. I wanted to go ahead and let everyone know that my automations platform is available. So if you guys are in the credit repair space, and you are looking for an automation flow that will go ahead and nurture your client, give them updates and a great tracking capability. It is currently live. The link is actually in my link tree. And I'm going to also drop it here as well for you guys to have it. If you guys are looking for an actual platform that will help you do credit repair in a real way, if you want a DIY platform, please go ahead and comment DIY. If you are trying to repair your credit on your own, go ahead and comment me. I'll be happy to send that link out. But I just wanted to go ahead and come on here and say hi, see how everybody's week has been. I know that the week is not over as of yet, but tomorrow I have back-to-back client calls and reviews that I'm going to be doing. So I may not be able to come in and ask you guys what your wins are. And y'all know I like to know, I want to celebrate with you guys. So I like to know what your wins are, what were the lessons, because we don't lose over here, okay? We like DJ Khaled. And another one. No. So I love to hear what wins you guys have going on. What lessons have you learned this week? I really, really am super excited about all of the movements and changes that are happening, not only for Evolving Eve on the credit side, but also for our entertainment and being able to branch into network and be able to take a lot of small businesses with me to go ahead and showcase their talents and what they have going on. So when I say Evolving Eve Media is about to be taken over, I'm super excited about that. But go ahead, and since I don't know if I'm going to be able to jump in on Friday, you see how my son just coming up in here? Y'all heard him. Somebody come take him. Okay. No, but since I may not be able to jump on Friday, I'm hoping that you guys will be able to drop your wins and your lessons in the comments below. I'm just really excited about what is to come and how we are able to pivot. Remember, if you're wanting to repair your own credit on yourself, talk about sweat equity. I am having a free monthly meetup. Okay. If you guys are part of my DIY program, you are already going to get an email to come into the room. Whether you are under me for the actual business segment, meaning you have the DIY platform and you are having clients go under your platform, you have the ability to come in the room with me. Or if you are a customer and you're doing the DIY service, we get the ability to go ahead and link up twice. So it's going to be on the third Tuesday and the third Saturday of every single month that we are going to be meeting. If you want to put in sweat equity and you want to go ahead and do DIY credit repair, you will be able to meet with me. I will drop the link in my comment so you can sign up. It is $50 a month. And you guys still get to meet with me twice a month to go over any responses that you have, any questions you have. And I give you guys the extra letters that I use to give oomph, 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 oomph. For business owners, if you guys want to know how to get the platform yourself, comment. I think I said comment DIY for that. For the people who are wanting to be customers, comment Beast. At the end of the day, just write and comment what you need, boo. Okay, because y'all know I got a vintage brain. Y'all know what this is. Don't let the good wig fool you. Y'all know y'all know what this is. Um, but yeah, no, I just wanted to let me make sure I'm sitting here running my mouth, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So, if you guys have questions, as always, when I'm on live, I'd be happy to answer any questions. If you guys sign up, as always, if you guys sign up for credit repair while I'm on live or you book an appointment while I'm on live and you comment live in the caption of your appointment setting, you actually get $100 off of enrollment when it's time for you to sign up. So y'all always, I like to drop that tip whenever I'm going live, so y'all can go ahead and come in and dip and do. I mean, a privilege. If you guys watching my live, I want to go ahead and give back as much as I can. So wanted to go ahead and everyone who had a win this week, I don't care how big, how small it may be, I'm gonna tell y'all my win this week. Number one, my Caleb graduated today. There was a bunch of other wins, but like the most monumentous part of this week for me is that I watched my 18-year-old who felt very, very, very defeated this year come out on the other side. And I had the privilege of watching him go through the highs and lows of high school and still press through. The lesson that I learned in seeing my son in this space was really seeing how having a team behind you that says that I'm not going to let you quit and I'm not going to let you fail truly can make magic happen. Like I sat and I watched my son want to give up and no one could get through to him, not even his favorite person, which is his oldest brother. And being able to watch him come out on the other side. Y'all know I acted a plum fool. If y'all don't know, y'all better go watch the stories. Okay. Y'all better go watch the stories. I was acting crazy. Okay. Nay, wasn't I turned up at the graduation? I don't care that there was only 5 people there from Shoemaker that graduated. Them kids pressed through. Do you understand me? Those kids did what they needed to do in order to go ahead and have a summer graduation so that they did not have to go back the next year, and the perseverance and the dedication that they had to press through. I mean, I guess it would be the valedictorian ish of that particular graduation stood up and she gave such an amazing speech about how, she let the negative thoughts, she let the negativity of what other people say stop her from showing up the way that she knows she should have. And she was blessed and thankful that she was able to gather herself and have people around her that were willing to push her through and help her push past it. Like that to me, y'all, was beyond epic. Okay. To be able to hear and see and just feel how she really felt to be able to get over on the other side. And her outlook now is like, I thought I couldn't do it and now I could. So the win for me this week is that I had the ability of watching my son complete something and watched him push through when he wanted to give up, but because he had a core that was like, we don't get, like when I say we was in here tussling, y'all, I'm talking about taking off the words. I'm gonna take the cell phone. Like we was going through over here, but it's because we truly love him and because we knew that he could do it. And I definitely think that there was a shift when we left Florida and we came here to Texas, and my son having a passion for sports. And I definitely would like to say for all the teachers out there, I know that it's hard and I really appreciate what you guys do for the great teachers. For the others, y'all don't know how sometimes what y'all say, what y'all do, how y'all show up could really impact a child. And I'm thankful that, I had my son and we weren't going to give up. Regardless of what it looked, sound, and felt like, we were going to go all in, for him to be able to close the gap and get to his next chapter uh, in a real way. And I don't care how much struggling it was. I don't care how many arguments we had. I don't care if we took off doors. I'm talking about, I don't care. We were going to make sure that he he got over on the other side the way he needed to. So that is my win for this season. I am super thankful that he he's still here. He's still pressed through. And although he did give up football, okay, because of not one coach but several, um I'm glad that he found his next passion and he's going full force with that, especially now that he has graduated from high school. So we got two down, two more to go. Okay, so that's a win in my book, honey. We doing things over here. We got Hunter to school today. So we met his teacher, and Hunter with his little flirty eyes, y'all. He was all like, he told his teacher, "Oh, I love you. I can't wait to see you on Wednesday." And his teacher go, "I love you too. Like you just already getting you a boo thing over here. Like you just." He did, y'all. He had him a little boo. His teacher already in love and gave him some extra candy and some cookies. I was like, "Jeez." But I'm super happy that school starts back. I'm super happy to get back into my routine. For those of you guys that may be following me on multiple platforms, I am over there on Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok. On my TikTok, I actually meet up and I do a credit corner, if not every night, it's normally like at least 5 nights a week. Excuse me, 5 days a week. I do it after I do my workout at the gym. This is actually today's day 8. So today is actually the 9th day that I've consistently worked out every single day. So, hey, Miss Saunders, how are you? Is it no, it's Sanders. My bad. Hey, Miss Sanders. Welcome, love. Welcome, baby love. Um, so I've actually been working out every single day for 9 days now. And what I do is late night on TikTok, I will go there and just tell, different credit questions, offer or open the room for any questions that people may have. Just kind of building up the fact that I want to be committed. And because I want to be committed, my accountability partner, so to speak, is that I go live on TikTok whenever I'm physically in the gym. So any day that I physically go to Planet Fitness, it is $27, which means at least 27 days out the month, I'm going to be at Planet Fitness because it's going to cost me $1 a day. Okay. Hey, honey, yeah, I'm trying to do a little thing. I'm trying to do a little 1-2, a little 1-2 salt shaker, do a little shimmy. But yeah, I'm super duper excited for the growth and the consistency, and my TikTok has really been doing pretty well. Like I'm super excited about that. I am my goal is to get to 10,000 followers over there. I have only 1,000. So I'm not trying to press nothing. I'm not trying to move. I'm just trying to use it as an accountability leverage. I've actually gained about 100 people the within the past 8 days, because I've actually gone live there 8 days. There was only one day I didn't go to the gym, and I worked out at home inside, and then I worked out outside. um but hey, boo, what's your win? You didn't tell me. You need to drop your win in the chat, because I'll be coaching all day tomorrow. I'll be working with my clients, doing one-on-one calls, things of that nature. And then Saturday, for all those that are my mentees, we're doing the coaching call. The new mentees that signed up, your boxes are going to go out. And for all of you guys that told me that you guys are doing this as a business, there's going to be a special delivery that's going to go out to you later, because I like y'all to have gifts. I'm a gift giver, okay? So I'm definitely excited for that. If you guys are asking what mentorship, I do have a mentorship group. It's called Wealth Insight Community. And the Wealth Insight Community, we meet no less than twice a month. Last month we met every single Tuesday, and those classes were fire. Okay. The replays for those classes are in my platform. So when you sign up for the membership, it is $37 a month. And you get to go ahead and watch all the replay as long as you're paying for the membership. So you have access to all the replays. I have special guests that come and speak to us. I'm hoping to get Desiree Chin to come and speak. I'm also hoping to get Kirsten to come and speak, that's in the real estate space. So a lot of people that may have questions when it comes to mortgages and how to help your clients be in the best position. She'll be a great ally and resource. So Kirsten, shameless plug. I just want you to know that I'm gonna be calling you to come in. Our bankruptcy person, because I like to give other hacks and other methods that works, right? I don't want to say hacks, other strategies. Let's use the proper verbiage. Other strategies that can help. So I'm definitely looking forward to August. I did scale back for the month of August in the community only because I am going to be out of town. I have a family member passed away, so I am going to be going to NYC to go ahead and be there with my family. And then we have Invest Fest that's coming up. So I'm definitely going to have my face in the space. Okay, or my face in the place. When it comes to Invest Fest. And then what else? I think those are the only two things. And Invest Fest is taking up like the end of the month. So everyone that's in my mentorship group, y'all already know when I go out and get the sauce, I would come back and bring it to y'all. So whatever information that's going to help either 5x, 10x your business, I want to make sure that you guys have that in real time. Um, on that note, it looks like we are going live. So I will stalk y'all on the back end. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And thank you for being awesome. Bye. Hey, love. Hey, love. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you
What's
doing?
going I'm good.
Heck yeah, I'm good too. Am I the first one on here?
Yeah. I
Oh,
normally
cool.
keep it open till 7:20. If no one comes in, then I close.
Well, at least we'll be on Facebook.
You so silly.
I'm about to fucking start selling an ebook on how to build the following.
That's what's up. You got to remember
Uh,
not to curse on here because it goes on YouTube and you know they demonetize you if there's cussing on the thing. So what you're not going to do is demonetize
no,
my
definitely.
dispute panda. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yep, I'm in the process of making an ebook right now.
That's awesome.
Oh, I've got a couple, but this one's beneficial for all the people that have been asking me follower questions. I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to hit my big 20K probably overnight.
That's good.
Oh, more now.
That is
No.
good. I have 50 people that played this thing already.
You have what?
On my Facebook, it says that I've already have 50 I already have 50 people that have looked at my stuff.
My Facebook Live yesterday got 10,000 views.
That's awesome.
Insane. I've got a post going viral right now, and it's feeding me all
Good.
my followers.
Okay. Do you run ads already?
No, I don't run ads.
Okay.
No, no, I don't know how to. I
Don't
don't
feel
need to
bad. I don't know
really.
how to do it either.
For some reason, when I try on Facebook, it says there's an error on my end.
When you try to run an ad?
Yeah,
Okay.
something about my ad account being closed, and I don't know how to open it back up.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
How many followers you got on YouTube?
I don't know how many followers I have to be quite honest. Let me see.
I've been thinking about starting on YouTube. I hear it's easy to get views on there.
I think I only have like 10 because I only really post on my YouTube. Yeah, I want to say it's only 10.
Ain't bad.
Not at all. I like it. I mean, I'm not necessarily on there enough or I don't post enough content. So most of the times if there's people that's watching my YouTube, it's because it's a client that I sent stuff to. But I said that I want to focus on LinkedIn this year and then I'm going to switch over.
Oh, I need to get on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
That's what all the realtors are on right now.
Absolutely.
It's funny because
Absolutely.
realtors don't send me business, but I get a lot of car dealerships that send me business.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and a bunch of like mobile home places send me business.
And do they get the referral? Do you give them a referral fee, a
Yeah, I do.
referral payout, affiliate payout? That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yep.
Cool,
Yep.
cool,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. 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 Yeah, I pay a couple. Hell, a couple weeks ago, I paid probably $1,000 in referrals.
Oh, that's good. That is what's up. Any of your people coming in tonight to the pro night?
Uh,
Any of your people coming in tonight to the pro night?
I have no idea. I
Okay.
know I've got two Zooms. I'm about to hop on another one right at 9.
Okay. Well,
Something
I'm
about
about to.
it's an ebook, how to make ebooks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. All right. I know you. You have questions. I don't think you got any questions because if you ain't got no questions, I'm about to let you go be great.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't have any questions.
All right. No problem. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes. If no one else comes in, then I'm gonna go ahead and close out the room. Let me go to the community and make sure.
You're good. I'm gonna hop off anyway.
No problem. Bye, sweetie.
See ya.
What you talking about? What video? Where your arm at? I don't see it. It stopped playing. What are you talking about? Child, can't nobody see that. You acting like my arm is small. It is not. Compared to my auntie. Child, you right. Thank you. I know. You right. Even if you would have said nothing. Oh. Hey, my love. How's it going? How can I help today? Hey, lovely
Hey,
to
how's it
see
going?
you.
All right.
Good, good. What's going on? How can I help today?
Yeah, so this one is for
Pro.
the pro. Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
so as long as I'm going with the pro, I've been helping my clients, and going through the flows, we're going through the months, and getting positive results, we're getting wins. One of the main things that I'm finding now, um, and going on through this, is some of them are having problems continuing. Like they paid up front, and then now their credit monitoring service, something's happening to them in life, or they can't pay for the monitoring service, which is $30, and I'm knowing, okay, well, $30 isn't really a lot. So you're just putting your money, you're choosing to put money to somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Come on.
Yeah. Um, so I'm letting them know, like, this is not an excuse to keep going on with your credit, or neglecting to, for the monitoring service.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, they're like, okay, well, either they misplaced a job, or and they get hired somewhere else, or whatever the story is, they stop the mailing service, because all I do is I charge my fee, which is a one-time cost, and then they pay for their mail to go out, and then monitoring service,
Okay.
uh, in that sense. So really, they're just they're spending $30 plus maybe $20, so $50 a month, um, give or take, just depending on how much the mail is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but just from what I've seen on my clients on their end. But if they
Okay.
stop and then they want to jump back on, and I told them, hey, look, your services is fine. You've paid in full.
Mm-hmm.
But understand, if we stop sending out letters for our time frame, that we have to respond back to them, then this is just gonna, when they receive a letter again, it's gonna come up as like a fraudulent dispute, and then we're gonna have to go through the
So
uh
that's not necessarily. So I would
mhm.
shift how you're having the conversation.
Okay,
So them leaving the program. So I have an exit video. My exit video is like, hey, you've either graduated or you're pausing the program. And in the exit
gotcha,
video, I let them know, with you guys pausing the program, if you come back, you need to allow 60 to 90 days for you to see results again, because you've now
ah,
left, we've now broken the flow, right? So you need to allow time for us to get back to where we were. Also, it is more difficult for us to continue to start over when you're doing the process. So where we might have been getting a lot of momentum when you know what I'm saying, when you first
yes,
started, that's going to slow down. But it's not that the credit reporting agencies are not going to deem them as fraudulent or frivolous. All that's going to happen is they're going to have to wait a longer time frame to see the results, and they may need to, if they're wanting to be really aggressive, they may want to jump into the settlement portion of it, and then us doing like the pay per delete while you're doing the letters, because of the fact that they left and came back.
gotcha.
Okay. But it's not that they're going to think of it as frivolous. It's just going to take more time for them to get the results back going again like it was before.
And going, let's just say, 90 to 60 days during that time period, how would I reiterate the flow, on that aspect? Let's just say
After
they left
60
off
days, if no letters went out, you start back at round one.
background.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
Um, and if since on the dispute on the pro, all the letters are stored, would I be able just to go back in there, download the letter, and then we change the date?
No, because you're not going to send out that same letter, because remember when they left you and they came back, you don't know if new things came out to, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if new things applied on their credit report. So
Okay,
when they come back into the program, they need to come back into the program with that credit monitoring so you can see if there's been new collections added, or are you still just reviewing the stuff that they had 2 months ago? Because you don't know what they've done from when they left you as to when they come back. So you're not sending out those letters. You're sending out round one, starting from where they are at that moment.
gotcha. So complete new profile, and then start the
Not a new profile. You're just go. So let's say you had me on your client and we got to month 6 or we
yes.
got to month 4. And I was like, yo, Mr. S, I can't do it. I'll be back. All right, Eddie, I'll come back. And then I come back 2-3 months later. You're just going back to my profile and all you're doing is selecting round one for me on the flow.
Okay, I'm not sure how I would do that on the, I guess on the pro, right?
It's the
Um,
same. So I don't want you to get stuck. Yes, Megan, give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. I don't want you to get stuck at how to do it pro versus free. All you're doing is going back into the system. You're going to go to attack and you're going to select the attack one letter that you're using. So if you're using the new flow, you're going to go into attack and you're going to do Punch of Fury Supreme Boosted.
oh, okay,
Do
okay,
you
I see
follow what
what
I'm
you're saying
saying?
now.
Round
Yeah,
one letter.
yeah, round. It's still gonna say round 7, or it's gonna say to
Correct.
attack 7, and I'll just mark that. I can mark that in the notes. Round 7, you started
Correct.
back on round. Okay, that's where I was
You
having
got it.
disconnect.
You got
Okay,
it. So you're not erasing anything or taking anything out or starting a new profile. You're just restarting the letter sequence that you originally had
sequence.
for the client. Yep.
Oh, okay, now that's understanding. So, okay, yeah, yeah, and then I've been battling with repos.
Okay.
Um,
Hold on
so
1 second before
yeah,
you go to the next one. I don't know if I think Megan put a comment and a question in the chat. Give me 2 seconds.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have a
Okay,
excuse
I
me.
like to hear somebody
Okay.
else's.
Megan says, I have a quick question. What's the protocol to ask? Girl, go ahead and ask the question. How can I help you,
Oh, my
Megan?
bad. Hey. Okay. Well,
Hey.
actually, wait. He was about to ask about repos, and I need to know about that as well. So that actually was going to work. But I have like mine's got a little bit more drawn out. Do you want to go? Like, he can go ahead if you want. I'm here for the duration.
Oh, you're here? Okay, cool. Go ahead, Mr. S. She says she wants you to go first. What question you have about the repo?
Let me see. Let me pull up one of my clients really quick. Let me see. Okay. So as far as like one of his repossessions that has come out, how how would I attack it? Right, we're sending out the letters. We've gotten that, and that's my, I guess, the first repo that I'm dealing with. Everything else, right, as far as collections, charge-offs, I've been able to, have major success with getting them 100% deleted. And then, as far as the updates, I haven't had any luck, or I haven't penetrated that wall to move forward with the repo. And he got it from a little mom and pop stop on the side of the highway. And the documentation, I'm pretty sure, they didn't, find the way that you explained it, right? Take all the proper procedures. What was the sale of the car, and then filed all that, to get it right. But I guess the question is, how can I start making more of impact on, or get more aggressive with the repos?
Okay, so I know that I believe you purchased the 2-day intensive course, didn't you?
Yes, I've gone through some of the material, or most of the material, that I've as far as like the modules.
Right. So no, I was asking, did you purchase, I know that you're in the mentorship, but did you purchase the 2-day intensive course, or you didn't purchase that? Because I can't
Um,
remember offhand.
Let me see. Yeah, for the 2-day one, I can scroll all the way down, and then it has the 2 hour, the 1 hour a day, and then it has
Okay.
the on the bottom of it.
So in the 2-day intensive, if you have the 2-day intensive program, in the actual program, it has the surplus and deletion letter that should be in the sequence. If you don't have the 2-day intensive course, then I will add the surplus and deletion letter into the mentorship group under the bonus tab. So you guys will have it. I'll add it later on tonight. What I normally do is send a surplus and deletion letter out to the actual location that has the repo. So for instance, if it was with Capital One or it was with Santander, I send out a surplus and deletion letter. And what that letter basically says is it's a request. It's like, hey, I'm reaching out to you. And it basically says, I would like to know, when you receive the paperwork, was there a surplus or was there a deficiency on the vehicle once they got it? What ends up happening is when they get your car and they repo it, they normally sell the car for a certain dollar amount. If the car was sold for more than what you owed, it is a surplus and you were supposed to be alerted. Okay.
Mhm.
What I've normally seen happen, and again, it's been a toss up. I really want to say, off the top of my head, it's been like 78% of people actually had a surplus on that loan, which means you'll get a letter back saying, this is how much you owed. This was what we sold the car for. The balance owed is zero. So what I will end up doing is taking that same letter and then typing out a regular letter to the credit reporting agency saying that the balance is zero, so that that repo can be updated to a zero balance. So even if
Okay.
I don't get it off, I get the debt removed, and now it's no longer hurting my client's debt to income ratio or their balance.
Okay.
And then I continue with the regular, okay, get this off, because if
Get
it's
this
a
off.
zero, it's normally easier for us to get it off. Again, not always, but sometimes it is a lot easier for us to get it off. But the challenge is to get the information as to what the actual balance is. And my track record has been 78% of the time, the balance is zero. And then like 3 months after I send that letter out, the whole thing normally comes off the credit report.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. So, like on the modules that I see, I think there's the classroom or the
Mhm.
repo hacks. Is that what would be under?
I'm not, I would say click on it. I don't think that we put it there because it was a bonus material. But I
Oh,
would
okay.
say check it out and see if it's in there. If it's not in there, just shoot me an email and I'll make sure to place it in there specifically for you guys. And I do have I think there's a Zoom video that's coming from a car guy, but it's not about repos. It's about like helping people get refinanced and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. When I'm looking down, going scrolling, it has classroom, and
Mm-hmm.
then I scroll a little bit further down, and it says debt settlement part two,
Mm-hmm.
and then day two intensive boot camp day one, and then day two intensive boot camp day two.
Okay, so
That
in
sounds
the
all right.
intensive boot camp, I believe it was day 1, we covered it, but the
Okay.
documentation for the surplus letter should be under the bonus. But you're looking at the mentorship. You're not looking at the 2-day intensive course. So
Okay, it's
the
different.
information
Okay.
is only in the 2-day intensive course that was purchased, the one that was $97. If you didn't buy that, then you don't have the letter.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I bought the $97 one, and then I entered the
Then you
mentorship.
enter the mentorship. So
Yeah.
if you go into the actual 2-day intensive course, it should be under that particular documentation. But
Okay.
I will also make sure to add it into the repo section for you to see. So you'll be able to go in there and just download the PDF later.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
I like your new background. Looks nice.
Thank you. My niece did it, honey. She my new
Mm.
assistant, and they're telling me I'm a podcaster, darling. I'm a podcaster.
I'm doing the same thing too. I'm about to
I
do
do
all
not want to be no
of
podcaster.
them.
Mm-mm. But I have a TV show that's in curation right now, and I'm inviting small businesses to come on the TV network because it's going to be on Amazon, Roku, Hulu, Apple TV, Comcast. I've posted it everywhere, but I'm inviting 6 business owners to come on. They're going to be able to shoot a commercial at the studio, but we're recording in Dallas on October 11th and 12th. And I think like the smaller package is $4,000, but it comes with a press release. It comes with the commercial being filmed at the studio and all of the things. So I with the sponsorship that I was able to secure, I was able to get that lower pricing package so that I
Mhm.
can have the businesses come out. So my goal is to get 6 business owners to be able to come into the studio, talk about their brand, and be able to be in 350 million households. So if you want to do it, I'll drop the link in the chat and you can definitely sign up because I literally want to take 6 every season. I was given season 1, but if season 1 has really good ratings, then I'm going to be able to go on to 200 different streaming networks
Oh, wow,
for
that's
season
impressive.
2.
That is
Yeah,
impressive.
season 1 we're only doing 100. Look, you hear me? We're only doing 100. But but season 2, if season 1 goes well, then we'll be having season 2 and we'll be able to actually film a little bit more frequently. So I'm super excited about that. And to be able to take some business owners with me. So I'll drop the link in the chat. And if you want to sign up, by all means, we're here in October and I'm actually covering the cost of the hotel. So once you guys pay for that location, you get a sizzle reel, which is like all the backstage stuff, makeup artists, all the content, and you get advertising. And I actually send you um all of the recording in the studios on the back end. So I love it. I hope you have a grant to pay for that. You need to get on the tourism agency in Dallas, get all of that paid for. I have no idea how to do that, Megan, but if you want to tell me, girl, I'm here for it.
I'm like, listen,
I don't
that
even
because
know how to do that.
if you go to the tourism department, they'll pay for any, like if you're doing an event inside Dallas or inside of Los Angeles or any big city, you can just go to the tourism department, like agency, whatever they want to call it, and just tell them, hey, listen, we have this and this going on. We're doing this event in your town. We're bringing the money here. Can you pay for their travel? Can you pay for their airfare, their hotels? And they will. I mean, that's
Really?
Wow.
yes. And it's a way to get sponsorships and grants. Even when there's not a grant, you just kind of make one for yourself, I guess. It's kind of, well, I mean, that's what I do.
Oh
So,
my
I mean,
gosh, that would be amazing. Okay, so I'll get right on that because
okay,
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
no idea that that was an option.
yeah. And there's like, and then you can have like other, like anybody who's doing any type of, especially when you always see like, oh, come like from California, come to California, film in California. If you're doing
Uh-huh.
that, there's so much money behind that, especially if you're bringing other organizations, other companies, small
Mm-hmm.
businesses. That's all kinds of stuff right there. You've got all kinds of small business development stuff going on. You could do your workforce and like workforce like improvement, like you're doing
Uh-huh.
you're upskilling by having these people come in and talk with you on your show. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's there's money there. You're killing me.
Niece, aka admin, she said, Megan said that we need to reach out to the tourism agency in Dallas and see. You said what you said, Megan. I want to make sure I get
Hold
it
on,
right.
let me look it up real fast. I'm just gonna look it up for you.
Okay, so we gotta
Hold
call them
up.
on tomorrow
on tomorrow.
because she says that they will help with paying for travel
Yep.
for those small businesses to come in. And we have Michael, we have Monchelle, we have Adonis, we have Dwayne. So, oh snap! I only got 2 more spots left. Okay, tell y'all friends about it. Tell your friends about it. I'm super excited, but I dropped the link in the chat. So if anyone does want to take advantage of it, I'm super excited for the option and to be able to be filming in Dallas. I thought it was really cool because I'm trying to figure out if I'm moving there, Megan. That's really what's happening.
I'm like, that is cool. Dallas is cool. Dallas is like the new LA. It's real.
I'm
It's not.
hearing so. I'm
It kind
hearing
of is, but it's
so.
not.
Listen, I haven't been to LA enough. I'm supposed to be going out there for a speaking engagement in December. So I'll report back to you, Megan, if it is or not.
No, I mean, I'm in LA, so I fully, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay, I
busy,
love
it's
that.
congested, it's tiring.
Oh yeah, that part I don't like. That
But
part
there's
I just
money
like
here.
the food. I like
Yes,
the
yes.
food and the food.
And the food. I love the
food.
food, and I love how business relationships blossom at stupid
Yes.
parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you can show up to like a dinner, and all of a sudden you have like a new network that you're working with now, and
Right.
entire things open up. You're like, how did this happen right now? We were just having drinks, and it
That's
doesn't.
it, because you showed up. You
Yeah,
showed up
exactly.
and you were dazzling. So I love, a lot of the connections that I've made so far, like a lot of the collections that I've made so far in LA have literally happened just because I ended up flying out there and talked about credit, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're so amazing." Am I really?
I mean,
Which
yes,
one big difference?
yes, you are, but also, yes,
Yeah.
that is how LA is. That's how LA works. It's the most amazing thing. Like I made the most. Wait, this is going on YouTube, right? So I'm gonna say that right now. But
No, okay, got you. You're living comfortably. You're not okay. I understand.
but like no, like but we went, but no, we made this movie that was, I mean, not the best, but like
Mhm.
the fact that it even got made is hilarious to me, because it's like, it's just yeah, it was just like, I can't believe it. It was,
Aw.
I couldn't, like, it was just crazy. I was like, how's this getting made right now? But like, and then I go to make a documentary about something serious, and it's like everybody's like, yes, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get any funding for it, right? But man, I've gotten people show up for me like crazy,
What?
like
I
what?
love it.
It's been really nice. It's been really nice. So I love
So
that.
sidebar, Edward, we're moving to LA. Just so my husband has been trying to talk me into going to LA. I'll be like, the ground is too hungry over there. Nobody got time for that. I'm a good piece of seasoned chicken, Megan. The
I'm
ground
telling
is
you,
gonna
listen.
love me.
I'm telling you.
No.
We have a lot of people that are like, they will stab you in your back and try and jump on, use your shoulders to push themselves
To
up
climb
above
up.
you. Yeah, for real, it is like that. However, if you find your good niche, like there's the network is also crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a
Okay.
good people, but like I'm in the nonprofit world, so I guess maybe I see things through rose-colored glasses.
Differently. Yeah. No, but that's amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that tip, because I'm definitely going to use it, because like I said, I'm already covering the hotel, and that's because that was something that I wanted to do. And getting into the network world and learning like how the PR companies pay for these celebrities to go on these different networks and trying to connect with the PRs. Like, I didn't realize, because I had a lot of people say, well, why am I paying to come on the show? I'm like, they were like, oh, Will Smith doesn't pay. I was like, yes, they do. The production company pays for Will Smith to go out
Yep.
and talk about the shows. It's just he doesn't have to pay. It's in the production's budget. So having to like let small business owners understand how to put like their money down there and say, like, if you have an offer, I have an audience. It has been an interesting, like that's literally my tagline. If you got an offer, I have an audience. Come bring it here and let's make this money. So I'm definitely excited for the opportunity, because I literally just happened to, like you said, I was at a networking event and they told me about it. And the next thing you know, I got offered an option to just start a show. So I'm gonna start one. But what was your questions that you had, Megan? I want to make sure I'm giving you value like you gave me. Thank you, girl.
No problem. But here you go. This is that for hotel partners. It's the
Oh.
tourism authority. I only know this because I just did this with not too long ago. So if you need contact and everything, just
Okay, awesome. I
I
appreciate you.
I'm like, I have to look it up, but I have people there that the National Adoption Center did a convention there. So
we just had to go through this.
That is so
Okay.
cool. Okay.
My quick question was, it's not gonna be quick. I did something that I probably shouldn't have done.
Okay.
And I'm dealing with the consequences now. But
Okay.
I took on a city for grant writing, and I said that I would help them with the credit restoration inside the city. and I said I'd do that for free with the grant money, right? And the grant money is not coming fast enough to be able to pay for it. So I have now to onboard a crap load of people, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm just going to pay for it myself at this point because I don't know what else to do. And
Okay.
so I have Matthew Lesko's whole entire Mighty Network, 22K people come like ready to do credit restoration with me, and I have no clue where to start to onboard that kind of load. And what do I do now? It's pretty much now I'm like, oh shit, what I do?
Okay. We can handle this. Okay. So
They just told me,
first,
like, yay.
so first thing is, are you saying that you're doing the credit repair for all of them? Like all 22 people, you're doing the credit repair for free? I think I lost Megan. All right. So hopefully Megan is still with us. Let me grab this, open my incognito window. All right. So first thing, Megan, hopefully you can still hear me. If not, hopefully you can catch the replay. What I am going to recommend is, let me log into Dispute Panda. We're going to share this screen. All right. So what, you still there, Megan?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you said that you're doing all of them and you're doing them for free. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So first thing that I want you to do is make sure that they sign up for Credit Dino, because if you're doing it for free, the only thing, and I want you to keep receipts because you're going to have to pay for mailing. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that they sign up for Credit Dino. Do you already have your Credit Dino affiliation link?
Yeah, actually, I have a meeting with Credit Diner to do a sponsorship because they offered to sponsor. I wrote them a letter. They wrote me back saying, let's set up a meeting. They're willing to do that such thing. So
Awesome. Well, so it all depends because I like that idea, but if they don't sponsor, make sure that you give them the affiliate link because at least they're paying $29.99 and you already know that the letters are going to be free if they're using Credit Dino, plus you'll be at least making $8. So some of that will be able to offset some of the mailing because I know it's not going to cover all of it, right? But at least you'll get some kind of affiliate that's coming in. If Credit Dino says that they're not willing to sponsor, that would be something that I would make sure that they have so you can go through.
Okay.
Secondly, if you are wanting to onboard everyone, I would tell you to get a VA. I
Okay.
can go ahead and drop my VA in the chat. That can help. As far as that many people, that might be a lot for you to have to go through all by yourself. Okay. So if you have a VA, I will go ahead and grab their information and I'll drop it in the chat. You can, I love them personally. And you can see if they can support you with not just onboarding, but actually following the flow, because I use them. So they already know like the Dispute Panda flow. They know the system. They know how everything works. So it won't really give you a headache for when you're going through that particular process. Okay. Also, have you already completed the subscription tab?
What now?
Have you already completed the subscription tab?
No.
Okay. So in the subscription tab, the first thing that you have to do is you have to create a plan. So you want to go in and click on my plan and you want to create what a pricing point is. So let's clarify, although you're giving it to them for free, you cannot create a form. And this is called a payment form, but you can do an onboarding form where you're able to create a form for them to fill out. They can put all their information in there. And as soon as that information is filled out, they'll be able to get into the system. And then all they have to do is upload their documentation and call it done. Okay. Okay. You did that already with Go High Level and Zapier. So you have your payment form together.
Yes.
Okay. So The only thing that you're really needing is help with processing, is what you're saying. It's actually doing the disputes. Is that what it sounds like?
I don't know how to, well, is that many people going to crash the system? I'm like scared to put on
Heck
that.
no. Heck no. Give them the form, because you got to think about it. Although it's that many people, not everybody might actually sign up the same day. Some people might wait till the weekend, whatever the case may be. So put out the form so that it can be done. And then all you have to worry about is making sure that the documentations are in. And like I said, I'm about to grab my VA's information, and that way all you have to do is just give them access. Right here, you can go to the settings
Or would they
and
be able to
just
is like, because like that's where I don't have enough time to like tell them how to do stuff and then also do it with them, you know, like would they be able to teach my VA? So that'd be
So yes, if you wanted it, I don't know if they train other VAs, but they do know how to do this system, because I'm in Dispute Panda. So
okay.
they work all my clients.
That's
Um
great.
yeah, they work all my clients, they do my touch points, they have my additives or whatever, but they know the system itself. So I will go ahead and drop. Let me stop sharing. Let me grab it. I will go ahead and drop my VA information in the chat. And if that's something that you want to get done, they'll be able to support you. And I'll actually uh send you a private message as to what the pricing is.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I felt they're like, of course, like I didn't think I was gonna get approved for that grant. I'm like financial literacy for the whole city. And I got really
Gotcha.
and then it went, and then I went through, and I'm like, oh, awesome, cool. Now what? So, but I mean, the money will come eventually, and then that will be great to supplement. But like in the meantime, I don't know.
No,
Perfect.
I definitely
So,
love
like,
that. And I know that they're on Facebook. I'm trying to grab their Facebook really quickly. Let me move this over here.
but yeah, so I mean that's great. So I mean, and you should be doing that too. You guys should both be getting those financial literacy grants. It's so big right now. Bank grants are coming back out.
Really?
Yes, you got to be making you make your little niche with the banks right now. And by
Uh-huh.
January comes around, they're going to go through their audit. They'll be in hell. And by February, they're ready to give out money and get back to giving back to the community after they're gone through their little audit session. But they're very, very, if you're doing, if like you're making relationships now and getting on those, like making just one banker and know who you are and so they can recommend
Right.
your business, they will actually then bring you in on the invite only grants. And that's
Oh,
how that works.
wow.
That's like the back end of it.
Oh, that is so dope. Okay. Well, look, you just a wealth of knowledge today. I appreciate that.
Problem is when it comes to grants, it's my thing.
Yeah, I actually said I just found out that if you get grants and you actually have grants that come through, that can actually be income that comes through your business. I was like, that
Yeah.
is so
Yeah, you can
amazing.
partner with yourself. Like if you have your own, let's say you had your own nonprofit, you can partner with your own business. I have 3 businesses, 1 nonprofit, and I am my own best partner every single time. And it, it's like then you allocate your businesses as sub grantees or as contracted people that you're using for whatever programs you're doing. And
Hmm.
it's beautiful. You're sitting there paying into your own business every time. So
Oh,
it's
that is so cool.
like a little cheat code or whatever. But it's
Well,
nice.
I I
It's
I
safe.
definitely would love to hear more. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my information in the chat.
Yes. Okay, I'm trying to copy paste all this stuff right now.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. How do you save the chat? Isn't there a way?
Yes. So I have been told. Hold on one second.
Mama,
There's normally a three dots at the well, mine is at the top. But let me see if I export it out. If I open it here. There used to be an option that you can save the chat with the 3 dots, but now I don't see
I
it
don't see it
here.
either right now. I'm like, where's I
Yeah, I'm
usually
not
do.
crazy.
All right, I'm just gonna take a picture of my phone. I'm gonna drop my phone.
And is all of this, Megan, if you don't mind me asking,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
did this, you sound sort of more of a business funding strategy, all of this, like with the hotels, the grants. Is that something that you do?
Yeah, I work with for-profit and nonprofit businesses that are usually, if they are paired together, that works. If they're not, then I encourage everybody to get both, just because it does work for your own thing. But yeah, it's a way to get funding without needing to get a loan, without going into debt. It's really good for churches, religious organizations as well, because churches do that community stuff all the time, day in, day out. They're feeding homeless and doing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
change their verbiage and go after grants, you know? And so I teach people
Definitely.
how to do that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a way to get funding into your business without it taking its toll on everything else too, and then adding stress. So
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. The credit repair. I do business funding, and part of it, right, I learned along the way that a lot of business owners have bad personal credit,
yep,
and so here I am
Ye-
now,
Facts.
facts, big facts.
um, learning about the credit
Facts.
repair side because I was leaving apples on the table. Where now I can be an all-in-one system, right, helping with the high ticket item, and then offering the credit service to the business owners, for free if they're paying for business funding.
Yeah,
And then at
yeah.
the same time, the lower ticket item would be the credit repair. Individuals looking to, open up their life, higher quality of life, purchases, homes, cars, etc.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, one that's like, and it's a way to do things without hurting yourself in a way. You know, it's like I don't like these. There's a lot of business owners that'll go out and get those high dollar credit cards and then go out and like cash them out with the plastique or whatever, and they take that interest hit and in the cut, and then it's like then they don't pay them back, and you're just like, that's not gonna go away, buddy. You know, like you're stuck with that
Definitely
for life.
not.
You know, and it's just like they don't realize what they're doing until they're doing it, and then it's bad, and then they don't have a recourse to fix it, and it's just like it sucks. And so instead of trying to attack that portion of it, I was like, let's just find you different funding altogether. Stop hurting.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I feel like that's what everybody was doing. So I just, that was my only solution. Plus, grants are fun because you get to go against other people and like it's competitive, and that's my game. I guess I don't know. I like that part.
I've also,
I
I've
love
gotten
that.
into what was it? The next phase of kind of like business funding. So I started learning a little bit about the grants, but what I get stuck at is when you're filling out the application and right, they want you to write, why you're seeking the grant. So that's kind of where I got, tripped up.
Oh, like the
Well,
why
well,
you're
why
trying
you
to get the
do that?
money?
That's very
Yeah,
easy.
what you
It's
should
not
put, or
easy.
I haven't, studied too much on the grant aspect opposed to, business credit cards, business lines of credit.
Good job.
That
That's
side
better for you.
is what I specialize in.
I'm
But
dropping
definitely
my
the
grant.
grants are
I'm gonna
powerful.
drop my grant planning workbook. Is that okay?
Yeah,
What was that?
drop it in the chat.
All right.
Absolutely.
Here you go. That will help. That will help that situation. Okay. Yeah, because it is hard to talk about. Like that's the thing is when everybody wants to hire grant writers to do it for them, it's not advantageous to anybody because I can't talk about why you started your
What you
business.
want to do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk about it the way you would, and I don't have that feeling behind it. So it doesn't win grants like that. Like that's why a lot of people don't have success with grant writers in general. But if I can teach you how to speak about your organization the way you need to win grants, and then once you have that one proposal, you can farm that out to whoever you want, and you have it for the rest of your life. It's something that, you know what I'm saying? Like for the life of that business, you can sit there and just reuse, and obviously update, but reuse, it's
Got
really,
it.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
No problem. I feel like I should.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
always, every time I come, I'm always learning something.
Cause I'm like, I had someone else who literally, I just found this out maybe like 2, 3 weeks ago. Like the money that you get from grants is income for
Yep.
your business. So she's like, y'all are always looking for income, but you're not applying for grants. And there's this one lady who I saw, and she says that she applies for a grant a day.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And I was like,
Probably
what?
at least three a week, like 3 a week, 3 a month, if anything, because it takes your chances from like a 70 percentile of winning to almost all the way up to 98. And it's like just on three because you got to find those grants too that no one else is going after.
Right.
And if you are going after like a nonprofit grant and you're a for-profit business, that's when you start partnering. You just bring in partners. So you go in as a group they're looking at you like, oh, why don't we just give all this money to this one person? They're looking at your group
Right.
is also just you, mind you, because it's probably your business, so they're looking at that though. They don't realize that until later. But it's like they're looking at like, okay, I can hold these numerous people accountable, instead of like it makes them feel safer to give all the money to you because it's scary for like funders to give money out to new nonprofits and stuff like that because they don't know what they're going to do with it. What if they screw them off? Then they don't get money the next year, so like they're not going to screw them.
Yes.
So they want to feel secure. And so as you come with like partners, it makes them feel like, oh yeah, that's my security. I got that. I'm going to go with this group right here. Like they know what they're doing. And if you have a bigger reach across the nation, even better.
It's even better. Wow.
Yep.
See,
So,
LA came in the house. I appreciate
hey.
y'all. LA in the house.
Right? I'm kind of outside LA now. I used the grant to get my building. So I moved
Oh,
to the middle of nowhere. It's really hot here and it's lonely and sad. I'm just kidding. But it's fine because it's
she
fine.
said it's
It's fine.
lonely, it's sad. We'll come visit you. Okay,
Thank
that's what
you.
we'll
Thank
do
you.
to
Well,
help
now
you.
I've taken on the entire city, so there's that.
You're not gonna be alone for long, ma'am.
No, but that's how that happens. See what happens when you're bored?
Now you're not going to be bored.
I'm
But yeah,
not
if
bored
you
at
need
all.
help with onboarding, as far as the system goes, the system is not going to crash because you have that many clients on, I promise.
Okay, cool.
But as far as processing and if you need like someone to go through and help with figuring out how to get everything done, that VA team is amazing.
Okay.
I think I did put my email address in. If you want to email me, I think I have another one that has a group.
Okay. Okay. And then
Um,
also my other question was, okay, so I'm dealing with one person right now specifically. He's driving me nuts. He won't let me attack something I know I want to attack. And he's like telling me, but it's because his is his kid's car and he's on the loan. And his car got repoed and then they bought it back, which I think is
okay.
was stupid, but whatever. That's not my business. So he did that. He did that against better judgment. And
He said that's stupid, but okay.
yeah. Right? I didn't tell him that. I mean, actually, I did, but
No, I
it's okay.
understand. I appreciate the fact that you wanted to. And
I
I'm
did.
quite
I
sure
did
you
actually say
delivered it softly, so it's
that.
okay.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. I don't think so. I told him he was stupid. It's okay.
Oh,
He's still with me, so he didn't mind, obviously.
because
But
he knew it was stupid. That's
I think
okay.
that's true. I think that's true. But so I told him, I'm like, listen, you need to either like catch that up because it's still continuously 30 days late. So I'm like, either catch the actual payment up because I'm like, or let me attack it so I can just get the whole thing. Like, what are you doing? You know, and I'm kind of stuck
Mhm.
back. Is there anything I can do on my end to make that not be my nemesis?
No, so what the only thing that you can do, so a transparency. We do not we can educate them on what they should
Okay.
be doing, but because it's ultimately their file and you writing the letter, to be quite honest, you writing the letter and help it is only going to be helpful for them. But if they are adamant that they are not going to allow you to do that, then you
Yeah.
have to educate them, then this is going to continue harming your file. So if we're not touching this and we're doing everything else and I've done my job everywhere else, then there's nothing else I can do. Right.
Right.
But I would definitely say to either get it in writing, or if I use an app called Phantom that records my Zoom calls and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You can have it recording where you have the conversation like, hey, this is going to continue no matter how many points I get you, you're going to still be feeling this pinch
Yeah.
because of this particular choice. But my question is, they bought the car back. Is it still with the same lender?
Yeah, they paid. Okay, so they didn't buy the car back. They just went and got it back from the repo by paying the amount that was due.
That was owed.
Yeah,
Okay.
with all the late fees and all that stuff, and then they got late again. Like, and I get it, it's his kid. I get it. I get it. But I don't. You know, at that
Yeah,
time,
I get it's
like,
the
you need
kid,
to
but
walk,
who
bro. It's LA.
so they're late again on the
Yeah,
car. So technically, so the car is not repoed. On his credit report, it's not showing as a repo. It's just
it
showing
is
late payment.
it shows repo and then now late again. So it's like I'm like I don't know, and he won't let me. He won't let me do it. And I'm like I need to send them a letter of some sort, like at least let me try. And he's like, no, because I don't want to mess up my head. What if they come back and take the car again? I'm like, I don't know what the
So that's
legality.
that's the conversation that I would have with him is that you first of all, you writing the letter does not give them rights to take back the car. The rights for them to take back the car is going to be subject to the fact that you are not making the payments. And
Back.
once they get to a certain dollar amount or a certain day amount, then regardless of if me writing a letter or not, they're gonna come get that car.
Okay.
So if we're going to focus on something, can we focus on you getting back on track? But for transparency, they're not going to get, normally they don't come get the car if it's outside, if it's under 60 days, 60 to 90 days, you're normally good.
Yeah.
It's that 120 to 180 that you have to be concerned about. So where are they in the cusp?
They are that the 30-day and they flirt with the 60-day all the time.
Yeah. So educate them on that. Like
Okay.
let them know that,
And they have a
hey,
garage. So I also told him he's parked
go
his
to bed,
garage.
Megan. they they have a foolproof way of not getting the car repo.
Right. That was where I was actually having a hardest time with this. Like I'm like, how do you get repo with a garage, bro? Real
Because
quick.
they didn't put it in the garage. They left it
No.
outside and they dared them to
Came
come
home
get the
late, so he
car.
didn't want to wake up his dad. Oh,
No, but yeah, I would say educate them. Be like, okay,
okay.
listen, Me writing this letter is not going to be the catalyst of this car being taken.
Okay.
What is
Okay.
going to be the catalyst of this car being taken is if you go outside of that 90. I mean, to be cautious, be like anything over 90 days, you're jeopardizing yourself.
And they are in general.
Right. And that would be how I would navigate it. The
Okay.
other option that you can give them is let them know, hey, I see that you're having this issue. One of the biggest things that I think that we fail to offer are different opportunities because the clients don't know that these opportunities are there. So
Right.
maybe have the conversation with him like, you guys already paid all these late fees, you paid everything back. How about you pay to get it caught up now, right? And then we have 5 months of on-time payment, and then I help you go ahead and try to refinance the car. That way they won't be with that particular vendor. It may restart the loan, but it may lower the payment because it sounds like the issue that this guy is having is having to pay that particular amount for the vehicle. And if the vehicle is not upside down, you might be able to do a refinance for him instead.
Yeah, he's a little bit upside down, but I mean, yeah, I can. And I've already worked, like I have my loan brokerage and everything too. So it's like, okay, I went that route with him originally, and he was like gung ho about it. And then his kid missed another payment, and I was like, okay, look, I'm not gonna put you into yes. I'm like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
and then have it not go well. So like, either you need to tell him you want off the loan, and you need to refinance to get yourself off, and then screw what he goes through, and let him learn those life lessons that we all have to learn. Or
Right. Right.
you're gonna have to let little baby bird hit the ground a little bit, like. And he's like, no, I'll just keep him on. I go, okay, okay. That's all you can do. So that's all we can
But
do.
if he's keeping him on and he's not making sure that the payments are being made, he understands that he's damaging his own credit. So
and he's getting stuck too. He's stuck now because of it.
yeah. Because if there's nothing else you can do, like genuinely, I would love to say that we go to their house and we tie them down and we make them do it. But the reality is we can't force them. We can only educate them.
Yeah.
So what I would definitely do in your particular case, especially since you have this, use this as material for you to create. And that way you just create a email sequence that just says, hey, this is the last thing that's on your profile, or, this particular account not being addressed, here's how it's impacting you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That
And
one.
that's
Just
it.
lay it out for them. Like, you're not doing this. This is what's happening.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, good idea.
Yep, that's definitely because I put it in a lot of my clients' hands. Like when true story. And I spoke about this on Facebook the other day. I had a client who was a husband and wife collaborative, right? So they came into the group or whatever. And the wife, her bankruptcy came off within 2 months. I think it was like maybe 70 days. Her bankruptcy came off of 2 of the 3 credit reporting agencies. So 2 of the big boys. And then it came off of 3 of the other secondary agencies that normally hold bankruptcy. The husband's, however, has not moved. Okay. The husband came to me. His scores did go up after the first 45 days, but the scores dropped. So the husband got on the call and was like, how long am I supposed to be with you? Like he was real mean. Okay. And I was so upset because I'm like, where's this energy coming from? Because there was nothing like this before. So I do videos for my clients. I use this program called Loom, and Loom gives me the ability to go ahead and kind of like record a 5-minute video, and it's free. So that's definitely why I like it. But it gives me this 5-minute video that I can record. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. So if you want to take a look at it, you can if you don't have it.
Yeah, no, I love it.
So I normally use it, and I recorded a video, and I've been sending them the video. Well, when we had the call, he was basically like, my score is done dropped and I don't see how this is beneficial to me. So I went through and I had actually removed like $1,800 off of his credit report within the 70 days. So when we're talking about dollars and cents, I've removed $18,000, right? Well, $1,800, sorry. Then out of nowhere, a new collection dropped on the plate for $2,000. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it added money.
Come on. Then on top of that, they turned around and actually went and got a new card.
Yeah.
Which when he got the new card, it's not like he got the new card and it's just sitting on there. No, he got the new card and he used the new card. Okay. So I'm on the call with him and I'm like, hey, what about this account? And he was like, I didn't get that account. I didn't get that account. Now, bear in mind, do I help with funding? Absolutely. But I have a policy that before I apply for something, number one, you have to fill out a form. I have to get your consent. I like to do it on Zoom so I can record your consent so that you know exactly what's happening, and what the plan is. So
Yeah.
I said, we haven't talked about credit building yet because you're only 2 months into this whole situation. So there's no way for me to build you, not because I don't want to, but because I need you to get control of what you have first before we start adding more to the plate.
Correct. Yeah.
So when I turned around and he was adamant that he didn't get that card, he didn't get that card. So I turned around and said, can you please check your email? Guess what? Not only did he get the card, as it said on the credit report, he used the card that he has no idea about.
Oh no.
So that's why,
Right.
like, my automation sequence that I have now, it literally tells the clients, like, hey, this is where you started. This is where you are. This is what I was able to get removed. This is what's still on here and why. The
Okay.
reason why your score is dipping is because your balances are going up. You have more inquiries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you all of the information. So now if you're choosing to be upset, you can't be mad at me. Because
Right.
my job is to write. I'm a glorified data processor, sir. My job is to write letters for you. I'm your admin.
It's your
I'm
job to keep it
using the
correct.
law. It's your So that's why my credit repair company is very much a dual process, right? I'm over here writing the letters and I'm telling you what you need to do to make sure that you're having what you need. And one of the biggest things is that I always stress telling the clients what their responsibility is. You've already told him what his responsibility is.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
you can go back and educate him like, hey, if we go ahead and start disputing this, they're not going to come and get the car because we're not asking them to delete the debt.
Right.
We're not asking them to delete the debt. We're asking them to update the late payments. But in reality, if he's currently late now, what can you get deleted?
Nothing. Yeah. No, you can't even get that because they're gonna be like, but it's still late, bro.
And that's the problem. So it's not even like you could write a letter to the CEO. It's not even like you can do a goodwill letter because right now you're still in late status. So even if you were to push the button, as my son would say, push the button, it doesn't change the fact that they're not in good standings right now.
Right.
So ultimately, the only thing you can educate him on is once you get into good standings, as long as you're under this threshold, we have the ability to go ahead and ask for, because the system does write late payment forgiveness letters. It does not request for deletion. When it comes to a late payment of an open and active account, it will go ahead and support you with late payment verbiage. But again, you can't even tackle that because they're still currently late.
Right. Okay. So I have a question because so I use my own methods and I kind of compare them or like pair them with the Dispute Panda because like when I do like any type of late payment stuff, I will just ask. I mean, I just go straight to the horse's mouth type thing. It's like I put the burden on them, like, hey, you show me your bank and let me know. Get back to me. But is
Yeah,
there a
show me
way
the payment
to do that?
history. Absolutely.
Yeah, like is there a way to do that through the Dispute Panda so I'm not actually sitting there spending the time writing the letters because
You can put the letters in the system. So hold on, let
what?
me pull it back up. Yeah, you can put I have my letters already in the system that I normally use that go in attachment to. So hold on, that's two. Hold on, darling. Hold on, darling. Let me show you, darling.
Yes, please. For the love of God, because I have so many. I'm using like 3 different systems and Dispute Panda and it's kicking my butt.
Nope. So if you go into the system and you go here under disputing,
Mhm.
let's say this is the account you wanted to send something to, you hit custom message and you can put your letter in here that you wanted to say. And so let's say you wanted to use it in the future, you can literally click this button that says save this custom message. You
Oh,
title it whatever you want. So if it's a late payment letter, you can title it that, right?
yep.
And then here you would go ahead. Oops, I already have some saved here. So you put late and then you hit save template. So now anytime you have a client and you want to use that particular letter, you can literally come here and you can put a new letter. And if you want to see all your templates, you can have them here by clicking the save template link.
Okay. Okay. So like that, I can also use that then for like notice of dispute because like sometimes just the notice of dispute is like I don't need to go through all that stuff that like Dispute Panda wants to do. I can just be like, listen, this you just with no notice of dispute, just take this thing off. Like
Absolutely.
okay, so because I was wondering like how do you do that for that? Like how do you just do minimal letters instead of like doing the whole like kapow thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah. The attack. She said kapows. I love her. I love her. She said kapow. That sounds like me.
I forgot what it's called.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
The
Stay
fighting
there.
things, the fighting panda. Well, because I
Yeah.
don't know if you've ever heard of the sexual assault panda from the Family Guy. It's so freaking.
So sidebar, I do not watch my husband watches the Family Guy and he
Every time I hear
watches what's the other one? What's the other one?
South Park.
No, not South Park. What is it? Oh, shut up. My niece said the fact that I said the Family Guy.
No, that's true.
It's Family Guy. What's the other show that I can't stand?
Futurama.
American Dad.
Oh,
I loathe both of those shows. And
Same.
every night my husband's up there just trying to end my life watching those two shows. I promise you it's so annoying. So like our compromise is Bob's Burgers, but I promise you
That's better.
I cannot stand, but I know what you're talking about. Okay.
It's so funny. There's this whole thing about like they have like a mascot for like they're trying to teach people about sexual assault. So he's all sexual speak panda. I was like, oh, when you guys came out with your thing, I was like, shut the front door.
Friend.
It was so funny. I was dying. But anyways, but every time you say that, when I said the kapow thing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna not say this, and it still came out anyways.
It's okay. We know what you meant. We know what you meant. But
yeah, okay. And then the singular like letters, I can use those as templates. I didn't know that. That would have made my life easy to know about a year ago.
yeah, so if you have them, you just come in here. You have to do it while you're in the system, but now you're able to save the letters. So you can come in and all you have to do is save. You can hit save letters. You can type in what you want it to say. And then every time you come back in, if you have a new client or something, you just click on it. You can see the save template and pick that letter that you already have.
Okay.
So you don't have to handwrite it.
How do I mail that? Can I put them like I just thought of something. Can I just put the burden of mailing on them since I'm doing all the work for free anyway? Why couldn't I do
You
that?
can't. That was another thing that I was going to tell you. That is an option that you can have for them. So all you would do is so if you have an admin that's doing it because you don't want to do it yourself, you can just have your admin fill it out and then give them access to like your email for them to just email the client. Or if you guys have a Google Drive that they can come into.
Right. Or what about the client portal thing though?
Yeah, the client portal the client portal, you can put it in the inbox, I'm assuming.
Like you don't use it like that. I don't know if you don't want to use it like that. I'm not sure I want to use it like that. It's scary.
No, so I don't mail. I mail out my clients' letters for them. If my client is in the DIY, then they're using my DIY program and it automatically does everything that they need to do on their end. There's nothing additional that I have to do. So they already know they have to mail it out. But I do understand doing that. What you would do is come in here and you can drop the file like it's an actual zip file that you'd be able to put in here. I've never done it. So wait, hold on. Let me see. Since we're here together, let me grab a zip file. Hold on.
Yeah, because I think if you hit the plus and then
because I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about is the capacity.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying? Because if the person has a lot of letters.
Yes, yeah. True.
Hold on 1 second. So this is the zip file. Can I add it? Oh, no, wait. Don't do that. Cancel. Don't show their business. Hold on. Don't show their business now. Hold on. I'm going to stop sharing. Give me 2 seconds, y'all.
Yeah. I agree with stop sharing.
Let me stop sharing because, luckily wasn't no one's information in there, just all my lovely flyers. But hold on. Let's see.
I was doing that the other day on Let's Go. And it's so I was trying to show somebody how the system worked and that was a mistake. I was like sharing everybody's info. I'm like, my bad. And I started sharing my own info. It's just not great.
Like, oh, my bad.
I didn't I'm like, that's not really my credit score, guys. I'm
so yeah, the zip file goes.
Okay, cool.
So and it went in.
That's how we're doing it.
So yeah, so if that's what you want to do, since you have the pro, you would be able to go ahead and send them the information through the actual platform itself, and that way they can be responsible for mailing it out. What I would do though is in the email, make sure you need to mail this out within the next 3 days.
Okay.
Like give them a deadline for them to do it.
On Friday. That would be so mean.
I'm just saying. And then you would need, what I would say, since you have Go High Level, because I use Go High Level too, make sure you have a sequence that it checks back with them that they've mailed it out.
Okay,
Because
yes.
remember, you have to do an update every 35 days. So if you're giving them back the responsibility to mail the letter, which should not be difficult for them, you want to make sure that they're sending the letter in the time frame that's needed.
Okay. Okay. And
Okay.
then yeah, I think that was the extent of okay. I have a good I thought I had a good sequence of how to get people to actually do the freaking client portal, but I will send the invite and they don't do it. And I'm like, well, it's in your client portal, and they'll be like, well, we never got that. And then I start all over again with that whole sequence, and then it's killing me time wise. Like I can't handle that.
So
Is there
what I would suggest with when it comes to that sequence, instead of starting over, have a reminder. And so your sequence, how does it, tell me how your sequence work right now?
all right? So like when they sign up for the credit restoration, I then push it towards it does it. They do a form, right? And the
Uh-huh.
form, I go high level, it does whatever it does in Zapier and a Google Drive, and then it creates the account inside your Dispute Panda. I don't know how that works.
Right.
My automation guy.
Right.
God bless them.
Right.
And so it does that, and then so that populates, and then when they want to give me their form, like the notarized letter and their bill and all that stuff, I try and get them to do it through the portal, because that way we always have a copy of it with their file, right? Inside
Right.
so I thought that would be a great idea. That's where it falls apart. So I don't know how to do I actually have to make a Google Drive for each client as well? And then also it just seems like a lot.
No, I wouldn't do a Google Drive, but my question is, so going through it, I'm your client. I come in, you send out the onboarding form. I fill out the onboarding form.
Mhm.
Then what happens next?
Usually then you pay, but like this one, I don't know
Right.
if we're gonna do that. So then you
That's
pay,
cool.
once you pay, then the actual onboarding stuff goes and our guarantee goes. And all that stuff like that you have to fill out, you give us all your information. And then
Okay.
how we were doing it, we were doing the Google Drive. We just set it up so we had the automation to go, it all goes now into the system. So then I wake up in the morning, I have new people in my system, which is nice. So
So do you have an alert that goes out that if the person doesn't fill it out, it sends them a follow-up reminder in the next couple of days?
oh, no, probably not. I think that's where I'm
That's
going.
what I think is, because so for me, taking it from like when a client books a call with me to have a one-on-one, right? They get an alert that says, hey, here's the Zoom link, here's how you can sign up. When they're doing a consultation call, they get an alert that says you need to send me the credit monitoring information in this form. And that information needs to be filled out, and the system checks, like I have it in Go High Level, where it checks to make sure that it's received by the day of the appointment. If an hour before the appointment they haven't logged in and actually responded to that message that says, hey, credit monitoring is still needed, then they get a message saying their appointment is canceled.
We need a snapshot of that. Listen.
Yeah. So like I have it bong, bong, bong. So if you don't
Yes,
do
I
this
don't.
step, you get what I'm saying? It's not going to give you the other step. So what I would recommend, since you're in Go High Level, is to go ahead and create an additional sequence that it sends out the information, but that it does a follow-up to confirm that it's been done. So it's kind of like one repetition, two repetition. And then if it's not done, then it sends them an alert message that says, hey, everything's about to be canceled because you have not given me what I needed.
I love that, because I keep getting people on the phone, they'll come on the Zoom or whatever, and they're like the same energy as your husband over there. Not your husband, but like the lady's husband.
Lady's husband.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He came on with a crazy energy. Like I'm getting that kind of energy. Like, well, why haven't you sent anything out? Like, ma'am, because I've been sending you stuff and have not gotten anything from you. You know, and I'm like,
Also, do you have it where they get an email and they get a text message?
no, well, yes, they do now. For a minute though, no, that wasn't happening because
Okay.
I'm gonna get my text going on thing Go High Level, but now it's fixed. So yes.
Okay,
now.
good. Because that's what I think. I'm going to be honest with you. What I've noticed is that people act like they read their emails, but they don't.
I don't
But if you
remind.
send them the text message, like at the same time, it works. And I was like you, my old Go High Level stopped sending out the text messages, so I had to go through the authentication again,
Yeah.
and now we're back on track.
Okay, yeah, it could be I mean, that literally happened yesterday. So now we can, today we can text. So I feel like
Yes.
I'm a whole adult again.
I love that for you.
Right?
Look, I love
I'm
that
an
for
adult
you.
today. Only today.
So
though.
that's what I would do. Add a sequence where it does a follow-up and it sends them a text.
I love that. Okay, I'm gonna get with my person right now. Actually, right after this call, I'm done. But yeah, so I appreciate that. That's great, because that was the only thing kind of putting all this together, I bit off way more than I could chew. Just off of that, like I already know
Because you
that.
didn't know
And I
2,250
did not know.
billion people
The
was going
town's
to
only
say yes.
2,500. And the town's only 2,500 people big. Like, where are you all people coming from? I did not realize that they, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we add more population all of a sudden? Like, that's not on the
I am so excited for you, Megan.
I hope that it turns into something great. Like if it actually does help everybody, because we want to do it in UBI program, like a universal basic income, as well as like have the IDA, and then build commerce here, because that way the bank has to match whatever they save out of the UBI payments.
Got
And
it.
they match it. So then you have to spend that either on starting a business in town, buying a home in town, or so like it's no matter what it's gonna do, it's building town, or it's gonna get them their education. Either way, it's a win-win for everybody. You know, it's a win-win for the
Got
town
it.
person. So it's like, I don't know, it's gonna be good. So, but
I
that whole
love
that
this.
I didn't want to do anything
Absolutely.
until they got their credit restoration stuff situated first. So
Yeah.
this, then that, and they're all participating because of that program. They want to be involved. They can't register to be involved with the UBI unless they do the credit restoration. So
I love that. Yeah, no, I think that'd be great. I think it's going to be definitely impactful for you, but just add that sequence flow. Because a lot of people will act like they have no idea what's going on. So you just have to put it back in their wheelhouse and say, you haven't given me the information I need to be able to help you. That's it.
Yep. And that's it. And that's all really. Cause like that's at the end of the day that they need to do their part. So yeah, I like that.
Yes, ma'am. Look, yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
All right. Anything else y'all got for me? I love this. Y'all need to come back more often.
Yeah, definitely. Megan, there's a lot of information. Been going out with, especially Raquel. Y'all tag teaming, and I'm writing down a lot of notes. There's a lot of things. So there are a couple of questions I want to that you said something earlier. It was the notice of dispute, or that put that right before you send out the letters. You put the notice of, and I didn't get the last of it.
You're talking to me or Megan?
I think either or. I think both of y'all had the answer to it.
Oh,
Um,
the notice of dispute thing is like my number one thing to go after in grants in credit is a lot of the time that is just it takes everything off right out the gate. You don't have to deal with it for the rest of the time, because if they don't put the notice of dispute within 31 days or 30 days, it's done. You can go after that pretty much, and it's not fail safe. I mean, there's sometimes it doesn't work, but majority of the time it does.
and then that's why they come back with what is it? Yeah, the stall letters.
Yeah, even if they come back with stall letters, it doesn't matter. They still didn't put the notice of dispute. They still were notified that you're in that account's in dispute. That is their responsibility within 30 days to do that. And I hope we're not talking out of my butt, but I think that's correct.
No,
right?
you're right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my god, that's correct, right? I mean,
Okay.
that is a method that you can definitely use. Yes.
Yeah, because if I can, if I can stall, pretty much with all my clients, right? I send out the letter, I'm getting the stall letter back. Boom. It like
So my question to you is so when you're saying that you're getting stall letters, have you used the personal information letter that's in the mentorship program?
No, I've been going with the flow.
Okay, because
Yeah.
the reason why I gave you guys that letter is because I send that letter off every 35 days. So that letter goes in with when the client first starts with me, that is my day one letter. Because remember, the client can cancel with you within the first 3 to 5 days.
35 days.
Depending on where you are, right? So for me, I'm in the state of Texas. They can cancel with me within the first 3 days. My contract says that I give them 5 days. So I don't send out the dispute letter in day one. I send out the personal information letter. And that personal information letter has the US code that says that you cannot ignore my request.
And
right?
that goes out to creditors or bureau?
It goes out to the bureaus, because I don't care about the creditors. The creditors are not they're not the ones stalling us. It's the credit reporting agencies that are stalling us, right? So I send out that personal information day one. That way, if the client decides to cancel from me, they are still going to receive something in the mail that's going to say, oh, we deleted this name, we deleted this address, you get what I'm saying? So even though they canceled with me, they'll be getting stuff back in the mail that says, oh, we've already done so and so and so and so. So if they then call on day 3 or they call on day 5 and they decide to cancel, I haven't necessarily wasted anything, because once they get that response back, they're going to want to sign back up, because look, I canceled from her and I still already got deletions within like 15, 20 days. So that's the first letter that goes out for me when it's a brand new client. Day one is a personal information letter. I don't send out a dispute round until after day 5 because I'm giving them 5 days to cancel.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Right. So then after that day 5, so normally my next round goes out day 7 to day 10. That's normally when that actual, so for me, that punch of fury letter or the pinwheel letter, whichever letter is going that I'm using in the system, is not going out until day 7 to day 10. I then send another personal information letter out for the client on day 15. I don't get stall letters.
Yeah, I want that.
I don't get
I'm
stall
trying to
letters,
get
but
that.
that's because I put the personal information letter that you have. If you scroll all the way down, there's a stall letter in there and there's a personal information letter. The personal information letter literally has the same verbiage that is in the stall letter that's in Dispute Panda, but it gives you a section for you to put their name. It gives you a section for you to put their addresses, their phone, anything that needs to be removed. And if for some reason, because sometimes you'll find, thank you, my love. Sometimes you will find, what's the verbiage I'm about to say? Sometimes you'll find that one credit reporting agency doesn't have any errors. Like they only have one name, they only have one address. I don't care. I'm still sending the personal information letter out to that agency because that's the announcement letter that I send out. And then after the first round from everyone, every 30 days, every 35 days that I'm sending out another dispute letter for the client, I'm sending out that personal information letter as well.
Gotcha. And so how the flow goes, right? Day one, notice of dispute. And then after that, we go down to about day 5. That's when the flow goes out, the first flow. And then on day 15, personal letter information. And then that after every 35 days, personal letter
Every
information.
35, every time I'm sending out a round, I'm sending out a personal. If they have names and addresses or so, because I don't want you to just say this is the only name, this is the only address. I want you to know that they no longer live at 1515 Mockingbird Lane. Take it off.
Gotcha.
Take it off.
So I disputed a lot of my personal information just to get everything congruent, right, for business funding and all that. I went on Experian, TransUnion, stuff like that. Has anybody ever, I guess, as far as like a credit repair company, been able to, I guess, put some type of verbiage in the contract to say, hey, you allow me to, access your credit report or log on and, do it right then and there, because within like 24 hours, to 48 hours, you put that dispute in, and if it's going straight through their profile, disputing right on the bureau, right, it'll come, just the congruency, right, of personal information. Right, we can have victories within the first, 24 hours doing your. Is that something legal to actually log on to their profile with their permission, and then dispute their personal information, get it congruent? Have you ever heard of something like that, or is that practice?
So what I would say is if I don't personally log on to anyone's information. I do know people who do the method that you're saying. If you're wanting to CYOA yourself, all I would say is add it to your contract stating that you will go ahead and log on to go ahead and dispute electronically for personal information. Like put it in your contract why you're going to do that. So that way it's not a surprise and you can also have that conversation and that dialogue with them. As far as legality, we're working on credit. So I'm not quite sure that I have not read anything specifically that says it's against that for you to be able to do what it is that you're saying. What I would say is if you're wanting to cover yourself, to add that in like first work fee. So like in your first work, you're letting them know once you signed up, I log into such and such, such and such, and that's what's included in your first work fee. So that way they know that this is something that you're doing, and that way you can cover yourself on the back end.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I like that because I mean, being able to have the victories too, right? And then saving cost on mailing, right? You don't have to mail all of it out. I guess personal information. Because how I do it when the flow automatically is generated, right? It brings out the personal information compared to what I typed into their info. So that's already generated going along with the attack. So I don't will I still need to add the personal, since it is generated with the attack? Will I still need to add that template of the personal letter info?
It's completely up to you. I'm just telling you that I don't get stall letters because I send a personal information letter.
Okay.
Because in my personal information letter is the US code that says that you cannot ignore my dispute. So I'm giving you an answer to your specific question. I want to make sure we stay on track. The
Yes.
question that you're asking is, how do we avoid stalls? If you are having stalls, the solution that I have personally found is using that personal information letter from the beginning. And then if so your method that you're saying when you log in, do you remove all of the addresses and all of the names every single time when you do that method online?
I haven't done it yet, but it was just a thought, that came across. What I've been doing is just going through the flow, and then the person, and as we're going, everything starts to get
Well, no,
knocked
no.
off.
What I'm saying is for yourself, because you said you went online and you disputed the names and the addresses and stuff like that, right? Did you
Yes,
get all of them off?
yes.
You all of
It's
them
a
came off in
Yeah,
24 hours.
all like my past addresses that I hadn't lived, haven't lived there in years.
Mhm.
Like they had everything till I was like 16 years old.
Absolutely. They
Uh,
have mine from when I got my social security card, y'all.
yeah,
Look,
so
because I wasn't an American. They go ahead and they got my 19 Lloyd Street address, y'all. Yes, I
yeah,
remember.
those
Hmm.
they had my McLeod address on there too as
Hmm.
well. So I was able to get all of that removed because nothing was reporting. The only thing that, like, if I had any credit cards and banks reporting an address, then they stayed
Hmm.
on. Uh,
Okay.
so
So
which I only got two addresses. So that was
So what I would do with that is update your address with the bank first.
mhm.
And in that particular case, if we're using you as the example, let's say successfully everyone you're able to get off completely, but those two or those couple accounts that are there that were linked to that particular address, I would still do the personal information letter
Okay.
because the personal information letter has the verbiage that will impact the stall. So
Gotcha.
if my focus and my situation is specifically stopping the stall from happening, the personal information letter is going to do that. So even if you choose to go online and do what you're doing, and then you decide to go ahead and mail out the personal information letter, you're still not creating any havoc or impact. You get what I'm saying? Like you're not
Yeah, of
causing any
course.
harm, but you're giving the credit bureau notice that you know that legally you can't stop me from disputing my file.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. And
Mhm.
then you may, since you got the addresses removed and everything, let's say within that 24-hour window, right? You get all the addresses removed. Then you don't necessarily have to worry about doing it every 35 days because all of it is gone.
Yep. And
Right. So
then
you wouldn't have to worry about that.
letters, those letters, $2 or $3 letters, add
Correct.
up over time.
Absolutely.
And then um as far as the next question, right? I was wanting to learn a little bit more about the subscriptions tab, right? Because it shows plans, forms, and then I saw you talking about you can add your form on there. Could you elaborate on what type of form you would add or you would give to a client, when why that would be useful?
Hang on one second. So you're talking about this tab, correct?
Correct. And then
Okay.
when you and Megan were having a conversation, she was going to give forms out to the clients.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too sure.
So instead of you putting the client's information in, the client puts their own information in.
Okay, and
So
that
you
could
can
be
create an onboarding form that they just send your information to become a lead, or you can create an onboarding form that they would be able to become a lead and you'd be able to collect payment as long as your merchant service is connected.
gotcha. And then so all of that. Okay, um, so right there, I put create a form and then onboarding payment.
So
I
you
got a
have to
couple
do
of
a
forms to
payment
type.
plan first. Even if
Okay,
even if you're not even if you're not going to charge them anything at all, you have to create a payment plan first. So you would have to go into the system, click create new plan, and then fill out the form as to what it's going to be, what the pricing is, so on and so forth. Once you have the payment plan selected, you can then go to payment form and then you can build out a new form. And it can be onboarding only, which means they collect their information, create their email, and then give them access to where they can sign up and put in their ID, sign the contract, all of the things, right? but in order for you to create a form, you have to have a plan. And you have the option that you can do onboarding and payment, or onboarding only, or collecting payment only. So you can make different types of forms, and then you can copy this information and put it on your website, or create a QR code if you're going to a speaking event and have it captured there.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to dive into that. That's a
Yeah.
powerful
So
tool right
instead
there.
of you doing it for your client, so if you're out at a speaking engagement or you're talking to someone and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to sign up with you now because you just finished talking about credit repair today. I want to sign up with you now. You can literally just keep the code, like put in your link tree or something, or you can just, and then you could just send it straight to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. Yeah, yeah. That so as far as like you go to my plans and you put create. As far as I think the first fee that would be considered the first work fee. I could put
Yeah.
when you
You
when
can
you
change
create.
it to
Yeah.
monthly. You can do monthly, weekly, yearly, bi-weekly. You can change it to where it's only once, and then you come back in and you invoice them thereafter. Completely up to you.
Okay. And is this compatible with QuickBooks, the merchant processor?
I have no idea.
Okay. Click connect merchant.
I guess you can connect whichever merchant you have
Yeah.
or
Okay.
that you're utilizing in the system. If QuickBooks is your merchant service processor, I think it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
As long as they have an API code, because when you're connecting the merchants, you need to have an API code and a transaction key.
Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. That was a lot of good information right there. I wasn't even utilizing this, so that's something I need to
See, that's why
double
you need
down
to
on.
come on Thursdays, friend. That's why you need to come on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Megan's question was, how does the personal information removal works for a safe house at home address, confidential program, or domestic? So transparency, I don't use that for that particular location.
Okay, well, because like of what we have is my nonprofit takes care of birth moms after they place their children for adoption. A lot of them are domestic abuse survivors or whatever, and they're in the California. Most states nowadays have the safe at home program, which allows
Mhm.
them to use a state address for their
Mhm.
address, all bills, all hospital bills, anything, so like people can't find them using like the internet stalking their like
Yep.
their
To
bills.
stalk them.
And
Mhm.
so, but like I'm trying to get the credit bureaus to like let me use that state address that they have.
That would be easier for them. I agree.
Yeah, and that, well, it would, not only that, it would make it so that they're safe, because I had one lady, she had her husband, or like her ex-husband, pulled her credit report because he was her husband and he could, not could, but like
Mm.
he had the information, and that's how he was finding her every time. And she was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, and I'm doing her credit repair, like, I don't know what to tell you, but you already are in the program. I can sign you up for the program, but you're already in it. I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, make them take that address off. I'm like, I can't. I don't think. Is there a way?
So wait a minute. Where is she at?
She was in a safe house at the time, but now we just got her own apartment, but still we're not using we're not giving anybody that address. We give them the safe at home address that the state
Right.
has. So, but like her old address and everything else and like other addresses are showing up, and it shows up like on her bills if like, let's say she had to use that one address, because a lot of people don't recognize this as a real program yet. It's
Okay.
state funded, it's not federal yet. So so there are companies that won't recognize, like Spectrum, which drives me nuts, but just throw that out there, Spectrum. You're putting people in danger.
Oh man.
But yeah, so like I mean, he's like straight up like crazy stalking her. Like I don't know what is going on with that, but like yeah, the whole thing. So he can look up her old bills, or like going through go off all of her old emails and try and just like put things in until it pops up, and then he gets her address like that. And it's like, what the flip? Don't get Spectrum, I told her. But like like Frontier does do this. So
Right.
like maybe you just need to change that. But like that's kind of that fixes her issue. But I would like to have it fixed. I'd like to be able to use it everywhere, like on the credit bureaus, and I just don't know how to make them do that or adhere to it.
So what I would do, okay, so since they're not acknowledging the program, what I probably would do with that particular client is do the phone call or do the online, like Edward is saying, to help them.
Okay.
Because if you can call, they verify, the driver's license, date of birth, you know what I'm saying? Like when you call them, and that way you can get those old addresses removed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That
Great.
might have to be the workaround for them, because you're saying the program itself is acting like it's not working.
Yeah. Like, well, they won't recognize it because it's not federal. So it's not because it's a
Got
state
it.
program, and only like I think 40 out of the 50 states has the program, but they don't want to see it, you know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it works like, and like I have most of my clients are birth moms that, and I enroll pretty much all of them that come through my doors. At least I enroll them in that program just because it keeps everybody consistent. Like if they get their mail for sure, because if anything, at least they'll send it to me. I can get them their mail. Like they're because like they don't have an address really, you know, and that's kind of the issue. So it gives them an address. It gives them a safe place to come pick up their mail and know that it's gonna be okay. So I mean, that's kind of what we're
Wow.
doing, but I don't want to keep doing that to them because it's kind
Right.
of thinking that and it takes forever for the credit restoration things. Like we're not going in that smooth flow because it takes forever for them to send the mail to here. And so,
Right.
so like I'm trying to get work with the safe at home people. Like, hey, can you just take pictures of it and do it like a virtual mail office?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, no. I was just like, I'm just fine, throw that out there. Well, we don't work for you. I was like, yeah, that's true. My bad. But still, I would appreciate it if you could.
Yeah.
They said no. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get that taken care of. But yeah, because like I'm even enrolled in the safe at home program just because of I'm working in that not an abortion type thing, but like I'm working with birth moms who chose adoption, and that gets
That gets sticky.
a lot. Yeah, there's sticky stuff with that. So I was getting some weird threats. So I got they gave it to me actually. They came to me. So
Got it.
but
Oh
yeah,
my
so
goodness.
it's something I'm dealing with every person that comes. Cause I do birth, I do it for free for my birth moms. And I have my credit restoration business that pays for it for them. So, and it just sucks because I want to be able to help them more. And I feel like I'm
You are
like,
so amazing.
oh, thanks. I mean, it only kids I went through it myself, you know, it's like I went through the whole adoption thing myself and it's a trying thing, the post-adoption stuff. It's like, you don't know what to do with your life. You're no longer pregnant, you're no longer have a baby, and you no longer know what to,
Right.
you
And
know,
that's it.
so yeah,
That's it.
exactly. And
That's
you're like, what
all.
now? You know, and my situation was really bad. Like I didn't have a car, I didn't have a house, I didn't have a job or skills. So I was like, what do I do besides crime? You know, I did not want to do that. So I was like, I didn't have anybody help me. So I figured I'm going to be that person for those people.
I love that.
Me
Well,
too.
thank you for all you do. I love that.
I mean, I'm trying to make the world better, but at the same time, I also can't be broke. So
One day at a time, friend. That's what I said. Someone told that one day at a time. I'm gonna be so rich that they're gonna be sick of me. Okay, but I'm already wealthy. I'm just trying to get to the rich part. That's how we look at it. And the fact that you're such a giver, like you're already wealthy, and the
no,
funds are
really, yeah.
coming, so it'll be all right.
Everything is yeah, no. It always could be better. And it's funny because every time I do get anything else, it always goes back to the community anyway. So it's like I'm in the cycle already. It's gonna be fine.
Right. Oh,
But yeah, okay. So there really isn't a good workaround other than calling. I'm just gonna do. I think I'm
yeah.
just them.
I would say calling, even if you give them the script on how to do it, that would be what I would definitely recommend.
That's what I was thinking too. I didn't know if I was like I feel kind of weird giving them anything to do themselves, but at the same time, like it can't be done without.
And just let them know, like, I would love to do this for you, but this is the walk that you have to take just for this particular season, and then we'll be able to take care of everything else for you.
Yeah.
It's a partnership, right? So
Right.
you're doing this, I'm doing this. We're gonna do this together and make it sound like, this is how you're gonna champion for yourself, and that way they're able to like pivot with you.
Yeah, I like how you said that. That's great. Good verbiage. I like that. You did get right there. Yes, I like that. I'm going to use that.
Well,
Yeah.
please do use it all the time. Use it
So yeah,
anytime.
all right. I feel more confident about that because I've been like kind of not. Well, honestly, I stopped doing them. I stopped doing their credit report repair because
Credit
I
repair.
didn't know how to do. I was like, I am stuck at that point, and it made me paralyzed a little bit. And I was like, okay, I gotta move forward at least
Yeah.
before I start onboarding the entire city and then not them. That'd be an ass.
Yeah, just have a conversation with them and be like, this is how we're going to partner for you to hit a restart on your life. We want to make sure we get off all the old things so we can make sure that there's no more ties to what your past is, and we can literally walk together to your future. That's it.
Make sure you're safe. I like that. That was
Yep,
great.
that's it.
This is
It's
recorded,
all
right?
about your safety.
I'm taking that.
Please
That
do
was great.
reuse it, child. Reuse it. Rinse and repeat.
I will. Because it's great. Okay, it is what I feel. So it's like I do want to walk with them. Yes.
There we go. That's why. That's your why. Your why is you want to be helpful. You want to be. You want to be for someone else what you didn't have for you.
Yeah, because I struggled. I went the hard way.
That's it. I love it. I love it.
I
Y'all
appreciate
have
you.
any
Thank you so
other
much. Are you
questions?
here every Thursday?
I'm here every Thursday. Probably new wigs, child, but I'll be here every Thursday, okay?
All right.
New wigs. My kids be coming in and out of here because they don't got no manners sometimes. But no. Normally I'm here and I want to make sure that you guys get everything that you need in real time. But I'm here every Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Okay, I'm in Pacific, so yeah, it's like 5 o'clock, right?
Oh, awesome. Also, it's still sun shining over there. I'm
There it is.
jelly. I'm
Not night yet.
jelly. I'm jelly. No,
It's
but
only
I
9
love
though,
it.
so it's not that fun.
Oh.
So
All right. Well, if y'all don't have it, do you have anything else that you guys want to review? If not, I'm gonna let y'all go
Um,
have the rest of your night. You got anything for me, Edward?
yeah, I
Did you get your
had just
box?
something quick.
Did you get
What
your
was that?
box? Did you get your box?
Yes, I did. I was
See how Edward treat me, Megan? He didn't even let me know he got his box. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
I
the
completely.
box. Well, what box? What
Oh,
box?
for the mentorship program that I have, I like to give gifts because, like you, I'm a giver. So I like to give gifts, and I send everyone that signed up for the mentorship a box, and then they actually get another surprise a month from now, a month from when they sign up or so, and then they get another surprise like 3 months later
You're
because I want to
awesome.
make sure that they're going out there, and there's a lot of free material that we can have access to. So I like to make sure that they get tapped in for the ones that come in and they want to do credit repair as a business so
Yeah.
that we're not paying for like flyers or information and pamphlets because you guys have accessibility to that
Yeah.
documentation for free. So I
Yeah.
make sure that they have access to it. So I give like t-shirts.
You guys know the Smart Money Smart program too with FDIC.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'll probably start
Yeah,
adding
think
that
so.
money smart into it too.
It's fun. It's fun, and we get points, and it's great.
I love that. So I
And you
normally
can
send
get
them out the
skills.
CFPB documentation because a lot
Yeah.
of them have like other programs and there's like a debt book. So if you guys are trying to help people get on track, there's a free book out there that you can actually give to your clients and you can
My
have a
entire
whole class
background
just about how to do that.
my entire background is right now is filled with so I was planning on doing the schools. I have like memorandums with each school in the district to do financial literacy and the churches. So I have like the children's books from the CFPB and from the FDIC and from and I'm trying to become a CDFI this year. I'm trying to apply in December. So it's like I have yeah. Because did you know you can become a CDFI with just being financial literacy? You don't need to have the whole loan brokerage thing behind you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that until just recently, but I still have the loan brokerage thing behind me now because I didn't know that. I could just
Right.
the financial literacy aspect, but yeah, there's a lot of money in that too with grants.
Oh, I love that.
So
Nice.
yeah,
And I guess it's as far as the DIY method that we were talking about, is the referral thing for the Panda still going, or is that still in work?
What do you mean? Let me make
Um,
sure.
so like whenever you refer someone to dispute Panda, right, there was a waiting list.
Oh, it's not live right now unless did you already fill out for it? Did you already hit the accept button?
Yeah, so I filled out on the waiting list, and I went through
Yeah, so no, it's from what I know, it's not live yet.
okay. And then the second thing, I know we talked a little bit about in the past with the Go High being integrated with Dispute Panda, or being how did that go? Just to touch real quick basis on that.
You can have a go high level. All you need is Zapier to connect the two to speak to each other. You have the pro. So Zapier gives you 5 zaps for free and you just pay for go high level. I think it's $97 for your own agency account that you pay every month.
Okay. Okay, then that was the integration type of working with Go High that we had a few months back.
So no, a
Conversation.
few months back ago, it was Kong. Kong has closed. So there's no more Kong. And Kong was like it's called a SaaS account. It's like a software platform that they made their own automation and then they were selling you access to that automation, but it was a go high level product. So
Product.
now if you're wanting to do it, you would have to go to go high level yourself, get someone to develop it. I personally use a platform called Dispute Flow. Everything's already built out for me. Hold on. Let me grab it and I'll drop it in the chat. And that's where I have like all of the messages and stuff that I was telling you about and the notes that go with it. So hold on.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. I've seen some people use I think it was ClickUp for their CRM.
My
And yeah.
my dispute flow software has a ClickUp with it. So it has ClickUp, it has ManyChat, it has everything in it
Oh, wow.
already. So I don't have to pay for those separate things. I'm paying one system to do literally everything.
Everything's already built out in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Hang on, let me.
And it's a go high level product.
It is a Go High Level product, so it mimics Go High Level. In that platform in Dispute Flow, it also gives you what do you call it? White label products that you can go ahead and brand yourself. It gives you um digital products. It actually gives you a funnel in there. So like everything is in there in that one system. So like when I'm ready to do my ads, I'm not an ads person, but if I wanted to do my ads, I have a funnel already built for my ads, but I have a whole sequence. So like when the client books an appointment with me, like I was telling Megan, when they book an appointment with me, they get that confirmation, they get a text message, they get the information for them to sign up for credit monitoring. It follows up with them. If they have not responded to that email with the credit monitoring, send them a reminder that they have until an hour before the meeting. All of that sequence is already built out.
So yeah, and that's an all-in-one CRM, huh?
Yeah. So literally the person that I worked with, it was literally built for me because I was in Dispute Panda. So now my Zapier is connecting that particular platform with Dispute Panda as soon as a client comes in and they go from an opportunity to being an actual client, they automatically get put into my Dispute Panda.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
And I have a
systems and processes.
Yeah, and then I have a like when you sign up, you can put your portal in there. So it automatically gives them the link to your portal once they filled out everything, and it sends them a reminder for credit monitoring. So if you want the credit monitoring, because some people sign up for like a consultation and they don't want to do Credit Dino, right? Which I only use Credit Dino, but I have an affiliate code with another affiliate link. So if I'm doing like a 15-minute discovery call, it sends them the link for that. I get paid $20 if they sign up for it, even if they cancel it in 7 days. I still get my $20.
Oh, nice.
So no problem, Megan. You have a good day, babes. Thanks for coming to the room. So yeah, so as far as what you're saying with the next mini chat is in there. So you can connect it to all of my I connected to all of my social media platforms. And I can have them comment one thing is there. The contracts are in there. It has a monthly contract and it has a monthly contract and it has a pay per delete contract in the system as well.
Gotcha. And that's a monthly subscription with Dispute
It is.
Flow? Okay. And every company's different, or they have a set price?
What do you mean?
Like for like a package, right?
Yeah, every company's different. I think like there's like a credit ninjas one company. I think theirs is like 140, 179 or 149, something around there. But they don't, in my opinion, Dispute Flow, like I said, they give you white label products. You have courses in there. I can actually show you what it looks like on the back end. Actually, no, I will show you on Saturday. If you can come into the workroom on Saturday, because this is a Dispute Panda call, I will go ahead and show you my back office. I have a Zoom that's going on Saturday. So you'll be able to come into the room.
What time
And
on Saturday?
Yep, it's Zoom on Saturday. I have football at 10 a.m. So the Zoom is probably going to be about 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that was another thing I want to talk about. With the mentoring, I know, right? We're getting 2 calls twice a month, and it was in a group setting. But sometimes since I'm having my 9 to 5, I'm working, and then after I get off, I come back to work on credit repair business funding. I was having a hard time balancing out, and I know they got the replays and stuff like that. But I was more interested into, I know, probably booking calls with you on a one-on-one basis. I know you had that at some point. I don't know if you're still doing that.
I still have it. You can still jump on my calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, the Zoom calls at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And then Saturdays, it's normally at 10 a.m., but I think I'm going to have to push it back because Hunter started football. So I'm probably going to push it back to about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon so that way I'll be able to handle both. But last month, I want to say for the whole month of June into July, we had it every single Tuesday from 7 p.m. And sometimes we didn't get off till 10. Okay. So we were in the room the whole
Okay.
entire time.
So, and that's with that
That's
was
with
the
the
mentorship,
mentorship.
the
Hmm.
mentorship, and it was Tuesday.
It's always Tuesday and Saturdays.
Okay, Tuesdays,
And
Saturdays,
Saturdays. Hmm.
7 Central, right?
7 Central Standard Time. Yep. 8 p.m. Eastern. It will now be the first and second Tuesday of every month. Because the third Tuesday, I'm working with the third Tuesday of every single month, I'm working with the DIY clients that signed up for my DIY program. And I'm walking them through the DIY platform, answering any questions from any letters that come back, things like that. So that's what is going to be the third Tuesday. So it is still going to be the same Zoom link. So if you wanted to come in and kind of see what I'm saying to them, you can. But if you want to book a one-on-one, you can still do that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that'd probably be a little bit more, I guess, beneficial. I guess opposed to because, like, I guess my timing with work, and
Yeah.
so if I booked a one-on-ones, I could. What do you do on the one-on-ones? Like, would I be able to, I guess, show you some of the clients that I
Yeah.
have or
Yeah.
things like that? Okay, kind of
Yeah.
walk through a little bit of that.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's pretty much. I don't know if you can see. Um, let's see, just one second. Would I be able to share the screen with you, or does it allow that?
Let me stop. Let me stop the recording, and then that way you can share with me, just in case you have anything personal that you're sharing.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much for. As a matter of fact, I will pause it just in case you have another question that's outside of share screen, and then we can come back. So hold on one second. Let me pause the record. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or concerns, don't forget to go to the community, the Dispute Panda community. As always, it's your girl, Raquel May David. I really thank you for dropping in, giving me your time. I hope you have an outstanding remainder of your week. See you guys on Monday, Wednesday, and again on Thursday. Bye.